What if I told you angels walked among us? What if I told you angels ministered to us from behind a microphone and on a stage all around the world? What if I told you God's angels are so prolific, they're all around us, they're everywhere, and they're singing a tune so that we can hear a message eventually when the code is cracked? That's what Synapse is all about. Synapse, the last half of this book, is about unlocking that code so that we can hear God's magnificence singing to us from every stage and every microphone all around the world. Sure, there are different kinds. It turns out when studying this, you can see the different perspectives of people, the spiritual people who are unlocked and who have more to say than they can say. They speak in tongues and they're hidden and they're veiled. Some long for each other, some push away from each other, some tempt and taunt. People have different messages, and that's okay, because we each have a different veil and we have a different understanding of the world around us. It turns out it was all a setup though. It's all a setup so that we can experience this world and we can all grow and we can all become better once we experience the truth flow through us after we've experienced our own fall. So the first rule of God is don't eat from the tree of knowledge. And that's because we can't handle the truth. If we know the difference between good and evil, we'll judge. So Jesus blinded us so we couldn't see the difference between good and evil. We can't see the people around us. And that works out because we're able to grow in this void, in this space where there's a chasm between us. Ultimately, we get to the point where we are able to glean from the crystal clear water that flows from the throne of God in the book of Revelation. And when we do that, we can handle the truth. We can see the difference between different kinds of people because we're mature enough to handle it. Everything else in the Bible doesn't matter. And the ultimate answer is love your neighbor as yourself, because you know what? It is yourself. 1 Corinthians 15, 46 to 48 says that each person has a heavenly body and an earthly body. The earthly comes first, and then the heavenly. That angelic body comes second. The book of Revelation says that angelic measurements and human measurements are going to be the same in the end. We're going to measure the same, and the reason why is we are the same. We just don't know it. We're separated, we're divided, the soul and spirit, like Hebrews 4:12 talks about. Joshua took a flint knife and separated people. He circumcised with it. Circumcision is a casting off of somebody's other part, their other self. It's like Eve being pulled from Adam. We long for the other half. We long for our spiritual other half. And that's what Synapse is all about. It's about finding this other half and recognizing the glory of God through this process. In Jesus' name, I pray that we can all recover from this and we can all find peace in this process as our eyes open wider to see the world around us. In God's name,